Welcome to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to continue on with this week's reading, which is 2025 Love for the New Year. And we're going to start with Leo today. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, the link is in the description box below. Let's go ahead and get started. So the overall energy for next year's your love life, Leo, is Judgment card. This is Scorpio energy, and at the bottom of it, I love these cards because they have affirmations at the bottom, and it says, I look back with compassion for myself. Okay, so this is about, I feel like, starting over, having a second chance with your love life, and releasing a lot of judgments that you put on yourself as well. Okay, under this we have the Two of Cups. This is talking about what you want, I feel like, when it comes to love, which is a strong connection, mutual attraction. You're wanting, if you could have a love with a soulmate, for some of you, that's what this is representing. And then under this, we've got the Page of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You want to have excitement, okay, in your love life. Oh, I forgot to read the affirmation on this card. It says, I am worthy of the deepest kind of love. And I feel like that's what you're wanting. So with this last card, it says, I am always open to good news. So you're wanting good news when it comes to love, your love life. You want to be excited. You're curious about what's going to happen. And that's a good place to be in. Okay. But this is also with the Chariot, Cancerian energy. This is about you reconciling both sides of your personalities, the light and the dark of your personalities, and loving yourself as a whole, and not just loving the light and suppressing the dark. Okay, this is about you overcoming obstacles. It says, I go forward with confidence. Okay, knowing that you can transform, you can change your love life, you can make it what it is that you want. Okay, so we're going to start by clarifying the Judgment card. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Cups, and it fell like this. So for some of you, we've got shiny object syndrome. Okay, this is like where you see one person and you're like, ooh, they're cute, I need to get to know them, and then somebody else shows up and you're like, oh well, wait, I like this person too. It's like, if you're wanting to have this Two of Cups, right, the deepest type of love, I know you have to find your person, right? But it's about learning how to use discernment when you're out and about, focusing on your love life, so you bring in exactly what it is you want, and you're not jumping from person to person. Okay, then we've got this other side. It's about you focusing. Okay, it says the clarity of knowing, and I feel like this is, again, pretty much an offshoot of discernment. Okay, you seeing the clear choice. Okay, but it's going to take a lot of insight and a lot of thought, and knowing what your deal breakers are, what you're willing to put up with, what you're not, and setting certain boundaries, so that when people come into your life, you know what you're willing to deal with and what you're not. Okay, and you don't get caught up in the heat of the moment. Okay, so this first card here is representing what you're leaving behind for the year of 2024. And so we have the Three of Wands. Okay, it says, I have the energy I need to realize my goals. So I feel like this is just talking about the waiting, because the Three of Wands is all about waiting for your ships to come in. And I feel like, a lot of you are just sick of that, and you're just throwing those wands down and just moving forward into your life, with the pretty much the attitude of, when it happens, it happens. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, yeah, so you're learning balance. So we've got the Temperance card here. Okay, there has been imbalance because it fell like this. A lack of perspective. This is about learning how to look at things properly, through the proper viewpoint, the proper lens, so that you can, like I said, balance both sides of your personality. Because we have the Chariot, it showed up here, and then it was at the top of the clarification deck before I clarified this card. So this is about, learning moderation, not tipping more to one side than the other. I see 444 on the camera. So I feel like, that's what you're going to be focusing on. You're going to stop the waiting and start to be proactive when it comes to, balancing out your life so you can get what it is you want. Okay, this second card represents how you are now, like where you are now when it comes to your love life. So we got the Ace of Cups, okay? At the bottom of the deck, the bottom of the card, it says, I welcome new love and trust what it brings. So I feel like you're stepping into a period of trust where you're learning to trust, because for you to throw down those wands and stop waiting and say, hey, I'm just going to live my life and what happens, happens. I feel like that's what's going to quickly bring into your life what it is you're wanting. And it's about putting yourself first and loving yourself and knowing that whether or not someone shows up in your life for you to be in a relationship with, you're still going to be loved because you're loving you're loving you. Okay, let's clarify. Whew, look at that, just flipping out. They're just jumping out. So we've got the Two of Swords here that fell. It says being between a rock and a hard place. So this is about, I feel like that's what you've been doing, like with the waiting, with the Three of Wands. It became a thing of where you were frozen with indecision. You needed to make a decision to either, poop or get off the pot. And I feel like it created an obstacle in your life, especially in your love life, because you didn't know what to do. It could be that you had a lot of options staring you in the face and you didn't know who to choose, or more than one, and you didn't know who to choose. But like I said, this is about discernment, and the way you are able to discern, one of the ways you do that is when you're not involved in something, make a list of what like irks the hell out of you about people that you've been with in the past, or things that you've seen, friends and family go through that that you would never be able to stand, what you would never be able to put up with. And you need to make a list about that, those deal breakers, and then make a list of the qualities that you're wanting in a person. So when people start to show up, you have that go-to, okay? So that if you get involved in something and you don't know which way to go, and you're sitting in this type of energy, you have guidance. You have guidance from yourself from when you weren't involved in that, so that you can really look at the red flags and really look at what's going on, so you can make a really good and informed choice. Okay, so this next card represents what's going to make it easier for you to transition into the new year. And we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. At the bottom of the card, it says, I choose my battles carefully. So this is, I hear Kenny Rogers. This is like an old song. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of it, even if you weren't alive when it was made. But it talks about, he's like talking about cards, playing cards, and he's saying you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and know when to run. So I feel like that's what this card, what Spirit is saying. You have to know when it's time to rush in and when it's time to rush out. Okay. And it's about choosing your battles wisely, because there are going to be some situations where you're going to want to rush in and defend and do all this type of stuff. But then you're going to think about it and be like, you know what? Is this even really worth it? And then you're going to walk away or run. Okay? Let's clarify. Yeah. So this is about you letting go of burdens with the Ten of Wands, okay? Because at the bottom here on the upright side, it says carrying a heavy load. So this, you making these decisions, okay, and choosing your battles wisely is gonna get rid of a lot of baggage that you're carrying around, okay? Because whenever we get into a relationship with anybody, I don't care if it's a friendship or whatever type of relationship, family or whatever, we pick up baggage from the things that that occur within that relationship with that person. And so by you choosing your battles and knowing who is good for you and who you feel is not, that's gonna cut down on a lot of the stuff that you carry around and lighten your load. Okay. All right. Next card. This represents what you should be cautious of. So we've got the Page of Swords. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Again, there's a lot of thoughts going on in this situation, okay? I feel like you're trying to focus and be very objective about this next year, okay? So the Page of Swords, it says, I take care of the detail and stay in control. So I feel like this is just talking about, delays, realizing that sometimes delays happen in life because things are trying to come together. Okay, you're wanting things to move in a certain direction. We all want it yesterday. All want it fast, right? We don't want to wait. Like, look at fast food. We don't have to wait for food if we want. We can just get in the drive-through or walk into the restaurant and come right out with it. But with this situation, it's going to move at whatever pace it needs to move at. And sometimes when there are delays, you have to start to look at them in a positive way and to realize that everything's going to happen in its own timing when it's supposed to happen. Okay? Let's clarify. Yeah, so the Two of Wands is what fell. So it's saying making a plan. Okay, this can talk about you trying to decide. For some of you, you may be moving this next year and trying to decide where it is you want to live, where you want to reside for the year of 2025. This can just speak of, just you looking at the new opportunities that may be popping up for the year and deciding, considering every angle is what this card can represent. So you may be considering every angle of a situation. And when there's a delay, you realize that there's a reason for that. And I feel like it's to give you time to think out the situation and decide what it is you want to do. Okay, this next card represents what you're going to embrace in this new year. So we've got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles says at the bottom, I trust I am always safe and protected. Okay, so I feel like this is about you learning how to trust. This is not the traditional meaning of this card, but I feel like it's you learning how to trust in your own devices, in your own powers, in your own skill, in your own discernment, and focusing on you and not on what's going on the outside. Okay, I feel like that's what you're going to be embracing in the new year. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, see, we've got the sun. It's reversed, but it's your energy, and it still carries pretty much the same weight. And Spirit is just saying to just have fun in your life, not take things so personally, to not grab onto things and hold on to them so tightly, to know that something can sit in your hand, right? You can hold your hand open and something can come and sit and be there, and you don't have to do this to hold on to it. That if you just relax and just let things flow, that it will continue to be there. Okay? Okay, so this last card represents a pleasant surprise that awaits you in 2024. So we've got the Page of Cups, water sign, or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Pisces. And at the bottom of the card, it says, I am as young as I choose to feel. But I feel like, this is talking about a love offer, that there's going to be a love offer coming towards you. Oh, there's another card here. I forgot there's two cards that fell. And then the Ace of Wands, passion. Okay, it says, I am inspired to follow my passion. So I feel like 2025, Leo, is going to be pretty much a big focus. You're going to be focusing on yourself, okay, and what you bring to the table and the type of life you're wanting to have. And once you start to focus on that and take your eye off of this ball, the love ball, that's when the person's going to come in with the love offer, because that's what this is talking about. For some of you, it could be somebody from the past coming to apologize, but you've got to decide what it is you want. You can have you're going to end up having a fresh new start in love, but whether it's somebody from the past or someone new, it has to do with you. It's your decision. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. So yeah, we've got the Ten of Coins, okay, but it's reversed. So it says the fear of financial loss. So for some of you, this could be a situation where there's, money issues, but I feel like for a lot of you, what this is talking about is you may have a fear of that you're not going to get the stability. You're not going to get the love you want. You're not going to get that grounded relationship that you've been wanting, you've been wishing for. And I feel like what Spirit is telling you with this card is, again, it's like we had with the thing, that you have to trust in yourself, Okay, trust in the universe, trust in your guides, trust in your whole spiritual team, and know that they have your back and that they are going to take care of you. Okay, and that if something flies away, if you hold your hand like this and it goes away, it wasn't meant for you, because what is for you, Leo, is not going to pass you by. You're going to get what it is that you're supposed to get. But I feel like this next year is going to be about learning how to trust and put faith not only in yourself, but in spirit, in the universe, and know that it has your back. Okay. All right. We're going to get some advice from spirit with these message of love oracle cards, and then we'll get some messages from your person. Okay. So we have here and now. It says your true love is already part of your life. So for some of you, you know who your person is that you're going to be with next year. And then we've got children. It says children are important to this partnership. So this could represent childhood wounding, or it could be actual children. So you may have children with this person, or one or the both of you may be bringing children into the relationship. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from your person. Okay. This first card here, it says, I don't deserve you at all. I feel like that's self-explanatory. Then we've got, please forgive me. See, so somebody's coming back and they're going to be apologizing. That's why that page of cups is showing up there. And then we've got, sometimes I feel like you want too much from me. So this person feels like your standards are very high, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Don't let somebody guilt you into lowering your standards, okay? Because you deserve to have what it is that you want, all right? Okay, I hope this helped, Leo. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, link is in the description box below. Please have a good day, good week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.